Let's go Niners! It's not every day that the San Francisco 49ers make a move so unexpected, so out of context, that it forces fans and analysts to pause and take a closer look. But that's exactly what happened, and if you're a diehard Niners fan, you'll want to brace yourself for this, because what may seem like a routine offseason signing could actually be the seed of something much bigger. But first, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's start with a name you probably haven't heard of yet, but might want to remember: Stone Blandon. No, he wasn't a top draft pick. No, he didn't shine at the combine. And yet, the 49ers just handed this undrafted free agent linebacker a 3-year contract with $92,000 in guaranteed money, a rare sum for a UDFA. Think about that for a second. San Francisco doesn't throw guaranteed money around. They saw something in Blandon, something big. Blandon played his college ball at Mississippi State after transferring from South Carolina, and he quickly became a cornerstone for that Bulldogs defense in 2024. His 125 total tackles last season, among the best in the entire SEC, and his 95 assisted tackles, the most in all of college football. That's not just production. That's dominance. That's presence. That's a guy who sees the play before it happens and puts himself exactly where he needs to be. He's not the flashiest athlete on the field, probably runs a 4.6 or 4.7 40, but his instincts, discipline, and ability to read the game set him apart. And here's where things get really intriguing. This is a player who didn't even participate in rookie minicamp. He was getting married, but the Niners didn't blink. They still gave him the deal. That says a lot. That says they're confident. That says they already see where he fits in. And where exactly does he fit? Let's talk about the linebacker room. We know Fred Warner is the anchor, the best off-ball linebacker in the NFL. But beyond him, there are question marks. Dre Greenlaw is recovering from injury. D. Winters and Nick Martin are promising but unproven. Curtis Robinson was gaining traction before a knee injury. It's wide open. Could Stone Blandon be the next surprise success story? Think about Evan Anderson, another UDFA who got significant guaranteed money, started on the practice squad, and eventually made the 53-man roster and contributed down the stretch. Blandon's profile suggests a similar trajectory. He's got the right build, 6 feet 2 inches, 230 pounds, and plays a style that fits what the Niners want from their linebackers. Tough, smart, team first. He's known for slipping blocks, maintaining gap discipline, and showing up in the right place at the right time. Those traits, you can't coach those. And while he may not be flying around the field like some elite athletes, his production tells the story of a player who gets the job done. His stat line in 2024 also included 4 tackles for loss, a half sack, 3 pass breakups, and major consistency with double-digit tackles in 3 of the last 4 games. Now, imagine Blandon thriving on special teams this year, gaining confidence, getting reps, and maybe, just maybe, sneaking into the linebacker rotation by season's end. It's not just a dream scenario. It's a proven path within the 49ers system. Just ask Warner, Greenlaw, or even Talanoa Hufanga, guys who weren't athletic testing monsters but had the football IQ, instincts, and drive to carve out huge roles. And there's more. As if this unexpected linebacker signing wasn't enough of a headline, there's another major development swirling in Santa Clara. Free agent wide receiver Gabe Davis, formerly of the Bills and Jaguars, was in town for a visit. This is no routine look-see. Davis is a playoff-tested, size-speed specimen at 6 feet 2 inches, 25 years old, and still with gas in the tank. And even though he was released by Jacksonville after a knee injury and failed physical, the Niners brought him in anyway. That move has serious implications. This is the same Gabe Davis who caught 4 touchdowns in a single playoff game. The same guy who, during his time in Buffalo, posted yards per catch averages of 17.4 and 16.6 in back-to-back seasons. You don't sign a player like that unless you're serious about giving your quarterback, in this case, Brock Purdy, another weapon who can stretch the field, win jump balls, and block in the run game. And let's not forget, the Niners wide receiver room has some question marks too. Brandon Ayuk's future is uncertain. Jawan Jennings is entering a contract year, and Demarcus Robinson may face a suspension. Signing Davis could be a move that not only brings depth but reshapes the offense's vertical threat. So here's what I want to know from you, the faithful. What do you think about Stone Blandon's surprising deal? Do you think he has what it takes to make the roster and contribute? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's pick up where we left off, because the potential signing of Gabe Davis could end up being one of the most underrated, yet crucial moves for the 49ers as they prepare for another deep playoff run in 2025. Imagine a receiver room without Brandon Ayuk for the first few games, a real possibility given his unresolved contract situation. Add in the looming uncertainty surrounding Demarcus Robinson and a potential 3-game suspension. Suddenly, the Niners could be staring at a Week 1 lineup that's depending heavily on Jawan Jennings, rookie Ricky Pearsall, and maybe Jacob Cowing or Jordan Watkins, both young, fast, but raw. Enter Gabe Davis. He's not coming in to be a WR1, but he doesn't need to be. What he brings is something this team desperately needs. An outside threat who can stretch the field, go up and get contested catches, and create mismatches with his size and route nuance. He's only 25. He's built like a linebacker. He's tough as nails. And most importantly, he shows up when it matters most. His postseason stats are borderline absurd. 10 catches for 242 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2 games in 2021. That's 121 yards per game and 24.2 yards per reception. That's the kind of big play ability that can change the course of a playoff game. And if you're the 49ers, that's exactly the type of impact piece you want to stash in your arsenal for when January football rolls around again. Yes, there are weaknesses. Davis has struggled with drops, 11.4% drop rate in 2023, and similar figures in prior seasons. That's not great, but when you zoom out, he still managed to produce. In Buffalo, he was never the WR1, that was Diggs, but Davis carved out a critical WR2 role, finishing 3 full seasons with 6, 7, and 7 touchdowns. His yards per catch remain consistently high, hovering around 16 to 17. That's a deep threat with real production. Now add this context. Davis's Pro Football Focus grades on throws of 20-plus yards were astronomical, 96 or higher in 4 of the last 5 years. That's elite territory. And Brock Purdy? He's one of the most accurate deep ball throwers in the league when given time. You connect those dots, and the fit becomes obvious. Let's imagine this offense. McCaffrey in the backfield, Kittle working the seams, Debo creating chaos underneath, and Gabe Davis hauling it deep. It's the kind of balance Kyle Shanahan thrives on. Stress every level of the defense and punish mistakes. And if Ayab misses time, Davis can fill in seamlessly as an outside target. If everyone's healthy, he becomes your WR3 or WR4, and suddenly the Niners are deeper and more dangerous than ever. There's also a leadership factor here. According to teammates, Davis played through a knee injury last season without complaining, pushing through pain in Jacksonville, even after signing a 3-year, $39 million contract. That speaks volumes. It shows toughness, character, and a team-first mentality, traits that scream Niner. With the roster still solidifying ahead of training camp, the timing of this visit isn't random. These mid-May meetings often signal intent. San Francisco doesn't bring in high-profile free agents on a whim. They're doing due diligence, and if the medicals check out, there's a very real chance pen meets paper. So here's the bottom line. Stone Blandon might be a long shot with high upside. Gabe Davis might be a sure bet with hidden value. But together, these moves tell a larger story. The 49ers aren't standing pat. They're loading up. They're fixing depth issues. They're preparing for all scenarios. And they're making sure this roster isn't just built for the start of the season. It's built to win in December, January, and hopefully February. So now I turn it over to you, the heartbeat of the Niner Empire. What do you think about the idea of Gabe Davis in red and gold? Would you sign him? Do you think he's the missing piece in this receiver room? Drop a comment right now. And while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure those notifications are turned on. We've got so much more coming as the offseason heats up. This is your team. This is your moment. Let's ride together. Go Niners!